First of all, I thought we had a much better performance than we did last weekend. I still have to go back to that. And this is more like ourselves playing the best team in the league. And obviously, we know how dangerous they are. We kept them at bay for the most part in that first half until last minute. And in the second half, I thought we were actually even better. It was the same game plan. We didn't actually change anything in the second half. It may have looked like it. And it was just reinforcing and asking the players, why didn't we start off that way? So at halftime, we just made it very clear who's responsible for what. And then, it's a good thing when, at least for us, when Vladka comes over, he's like, hey, you frustrated the heck out of us in that second half. We didn't know what to do. And I'm like, well, that was the plan in the first half, but didn't quite necessarily work out the same way. But a lot of credit to the players to respond the way they did this weekend. We just put a good performance out there, and now we get ready to go to Orlando, and we've got 7 games left, and those are games that I think against teams that we've played well or have had some success, so got to keep moving forward. That's all we can do.
Paula?
Good evening, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
¿Cómo está, Albertin? Regardless of the result, you guys trying to the end, facing Kansas City, very competitive team. What do you think about the performance overall?
Overall, no, as I said, I thought we were very good, especially in the second half. They have a talented midfield, and we limited it. They didn't really get too many opportunities playing through the midfield against us. And always Chawinga's always a threat, but we kept her at bay for the most part. So the things that went well was the players executed the game plan much better in the second half than they did in the first half. First half, we were decent, but it's just they're a good team. They're the best team in the league, and no disrespect toward anyone else. And we were in there for most of the game. It just hurts that we were 1 minute, 2 minutes away before going into the half, right? And they score, and that hurts. And then at the end of the game, we went into a 3-back system and decided to push some numbers forward. The question might be, why don't you do that earlier? Well, it's because what happened at the very end, right? When you've got someone like Chawinga, you just have to pick and choose your times. And, so a huge improvement from the first time we played them.
2 more questions. Tonight was Sydney Collins' first home game. How special was this for her tonight? Thank you.
Oh, I think it was very special. She played at Cal, and it was an exceptional player there. And she's come into our group. I mean, our group, I've always given so much credit because we really care about each other. We respect each other, and the way they treat each other on and off the field is just outstanding. I was having a conversation with a player, and they're like, you know what, this is incredible. Like, yeah, these have been tough games, but we still are so good in the locker room. And the addition of Sydney just adds this confidence at center back. It adds us depth that we've been looking for as well. And she just fit right in, and she's only going to continue getting better. So I'm excited to see how she does.
Última pregunta en español. Ustedes se enfrentaron contra Kansas City, el mejor equipo. ¿Cómo se mide ahorita dónde está el equipo de ustedes y cómo pueden mejorar? Gracias.
De verdad creo que estamos en un buen lugar ahora. Nosotros pensamos que podemos ganar todos los juegos que quedan. De verdad. Este juego iba a ser muy difícil y queríamos defender de una manera y defendimos mucho mejor en el segundo tiempo. Pero en los próximos juegos que van a venir, nosotros creemos que podemos ganarlos todos. Y de verdad, porque sabemos jugar el fútbol, podemos atacar y han sido contra equipos que nosotros hemos... a lo mejor no hemos ganado, pero hemos jugado muy bien contra ellos. Y ahora un poquito de suerte y seguir adelante.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Behind the back.
Hey, Coach. How deflated was it to be able to not, with all those chances, to not find the back of the net, especially when your goalkeeper has a night that she had? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, 'cause, I mean,
Their keeper or our
Well,
keeper? Our keeper.
He seemed to really kind of hold it down pretty much the entire night, but
She does.
to not get that goal.
Yeah, no, it is. It's frustrating, but, all we can do is continue creating those opportunities. Silk has done an exceptional job all season long. We've been talking about that since the very beginning of the season. That's why I think she's one of the best goalkeepers. And the fact that she's there, it gives us our defense a lot of confidence. And now it's, I say this in so many of these press conferences, that finishing touch. It's getting that right pass or that right finish or the right run in certain angles, and we're so close. Again, I go back to Kansas City as well. There's a reason why they're leading in goals, and I think they're the best defensive team, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Last time I checked. So, and when Vlatko, that I have so much respect for him, and he's done an outstanding job, says you've made it really difficult for us in that second half, and the opportunities we created were in ways that they don't necessarily see, because they give up some of the set pieces, corners, and things like that. We were kind of getting through them a few times, and now we've got to build on that and go against Orlando, start there, and plug away one game at a time.
This actually seemed to be one of the better defensive efforts of, honestly, the entire existence of this franchise, where you have a team that's both leading the league in goals by about 15 to really one. I mean, the one at the end, I understand, it's more of a jump time goal, but it's like, the defense, especially Caprice on one side and Maddie on the other, just seemed like the whole unit was working the way we haven't seen it in the entire 2 years of this franchise so far.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that in 2 years, because I do believe we've had some very good defensive performances, but I will agree with you that today it was very good. And it happens. Caprice had a stellar game. So did Matty Moreau. So did our center backs, right? So there's been games where 2 or 3 of them don't play at their best, right? So when that happens, then it becomes a very difficult game. But today, the back line was very good. Silk was solid, as she always has been. And then defensively, we were organized. And we didn't necessarily do a high press because it's Kansas City. And we were organized. We were defending good pockets, which made it a little bit easier for everyone to really play the rules. And that's what led to our defensive performance today. But yeah, it comes down to they all had very good games. And when you do that, you're going to give yourselves a chance.
To follow up on that, though, the passing seemed tentative in the first half, where passes not direct player to player and not getting there. Was that just, trying to be a little too tight?
No, that's another great question, because we try to give them the freedom. We actually not try. We do give them the freedom and the confidence to play certain types of balls. And our passing was off a little bit in the first half. We can't just give the ball away easily when we've just won it. There isn't necessarily as much pressure. So we do need to do a better job at maintaining and keeping the ball, and then understanding when we can go forward at speed. That's what we actually really lacked against Angel City. Against Angel City, it was, I thought, maybe one of our worst performances on the attacking end, and just connecting and passing. And then in this game, we grew into the game. We definitely grew into the game, because even in the second part of the first half, second part of the first half, I thought was better in our possession play. But then in the second half, it just seemed like, okay, look, let's go. Let's get this right. But it also starts because we got our defensive shape right in the second half. In the first half, we didn't have that. So we didn't have the numbers to necessarily connect the first few passes where we needed to. Once you get it right defensively, then it allows you to have a lot more success in the attack.
Marco?
Coach, speaking of Jordan, having one of her best games of the season, especially against your former team, which I'm sure she was looking forward to this game tonight. Do you feel, and again, even with the back line playing as well, with Sydney's first start here, do you feel there's a wasted performance on their back when you guys can't score a goal?
Oh, there's never a waste, because you're always just striving to get better and improve, and this is an excellent team. The fact that I think we can take a lot of positives, and the fact that they can have that type of performance, well, okay, let's have it again and again and again. So let's have that consistency, because we've had games, as I said earlier, where maybe 2 players perform really well, but then, a few more are not up to their best, or what the way they're capable of playing. Today, there's a consistency. Now we just have to get it all across all the lines, but definitely not a waste, because that's their job.
And then with the offense, though, it's just like this Brian pointed to, there's just some passes that were off or too hard. I mean, at this point of the season, should maybe the chemistry be a little better at this point?
It could be, yeah. But you see the chemistry at times, where it looks really good, and then times it doesn't. So there's a lot of factors that lead to that, and we just need to make sure that we get it right more often than not, which they're capable of.
So we're going to go to Christian and then to William.
Albertin, do you think injuries are taking a toll?
I think I said this assignment. Let's be honest. you lose two center backs that you're captains that are big difference makers. I mean, that's going to hurt, right? And that's going to take time. We have Joelle, God bless her heart, because she's having an outstanding season, but she's a midfielder. She's never played center back, and we converted her to that. And then Kelly has come in and has done well for us, but she was brought in, to continue developing and add depth to it. But I'm going to go back. It's the leadership too, right? We have good leaders right now, but you lost two players that everyone looked up to, that everyone kind of looked at for, okay, when things were going, when things maybe aren't going as well. Abby, last year you saw what she did when she came in halfway through the season, right? And Emily, and not having Emily and Abby, it's a huge loss. And then Penelope, I got to give her credit too. She was our leading goal scorer. So, yes, and Penelope was that player that was just getting at the end of the balls that were half chances, right? There's just players that smell the ball, the goal, and they're just like in the right spots. So, I don't want to make excuses, but it is a reality. Those are three very important players, and especially the two center backs. I mean, that's it's hard to replace. And I think our center backs right now are moving in the right direction. And the fact that Sydney played the way she did today, and when she came in for in the second half against Angel City, we could argue that she was maybe our best player against Angel City. So, give her a couple more games, and the confidence will grow with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I'm curious. You mentioned Joelle. I mean, you've had her playing center back all year.
Yeah.
I mean, is that where she's always going to be? I mean, I know you said she's.
No, and I'll be honest, she's doing what she needs for the team. She wants to play in the midfielder. She's a midfielder. I'm a midfielder, so I know what that's like. It's like, I don't want to be playing center back, but she has been a true professional. She's like, where does the team need me? And I'll play. So right now, we'll see, because with Sydney there and Kelly able to play there as well, we might be able to move Joelle up into the midfield. But she's also done a very good job for us, and she's a natural left-footed player, which allows us to get out of the back a certain way. So that's a conversation for the coaching staff and a conversation with Joelle, whether she'll continue playing left center back, or maybe push her up in the midfield.
The goals. You've had a lot of goals late in halves. Conceded. Can you explain why that's happening?
I cannot. Can't explain it. Could it be mental lapse? This one, the one in the second half, that happens because we're pushing numbers forward. So if you lose 2-0, 3-0, what's the difference, right? So we're going to push forward. But the one in that first half, that was a tough one, because although we weren't having our best game, we grew into the game, as I said earlier. We felt like we were right in it. We go into halftime. It's like, okay, we just kept them at a clean sheet against the best team in the league. You can build on that, while we knew we were going to be able to fix the issues that we saw and make it clear what we needed to done. So, but people read too much into it. It's it could be a lack of focus. Now, not on that goal. It was just a ball. They've got so much quality up top. Cooper makes a great run, cuts Maddie Moreau back. Maddie Moreau was having an excellent game until then. I mean, actually, she had an excellent game all the way through. But at that moment, and then we didn't step up for the shot. Great shot near post. And Silkowitz, outstanding game. And that one, she's going to go, gosh, I could have done a better job because it's near post, right? It happens like that. So, I can't explain it.
All right, we're going to go to William.
Going back to Joelle, obviously she had that great goal line save today. And just overall, even though you might not see her there long term, how have you seen her develop as a center back from the start of the year until now?
Oh, so much. And first of all, in her confidence as well, right? And understanding the defensive side of the game, because she's one of the best playmakers that we have. And I mean by that, she's confident on the ball, she can dribble, she can distribute really well. But now it's her tackling and the timing of tackles. And she's, come up really big for us. And just the fact that she blocked that ball in the goal, or in the first half, it's that mentality, look, I got to get back into good position cover for our goalkeeper. So she's really matured in that way, understanding that the defensive part of the game. And there's still so much growth that she still needs. And that's going to be exciting for her, because we know she's a very good midfielder, and now she's going to be a very good, or is a good center back, and it's only going to get better. But a lot of growth. I'm so happy with her.
You mentioned Joelle kind of moving from the midfield to the back line. When you have have a player playing out of position like that and owning it, right, and developing and taking it, what does that do for the rest of the team if it does anything at this level?
Not much. I can't answer that one right now. No, just because we lost 2 center backs. So now if we had 6 center backs or 5 center backs, they're like, whoa, why are we moving a player in there? And she's a natural left-footed player, right? So now what it does, maybe for other players as far as like, oh, wait, they may not be as confident, but I think they were immediately after the first 2 or 3 games when they saw how good she was on the ball and how she helped us get out. And then all we need to do is make sure that she continues to improve on the defensive side of it. So you might be a little bit more tentative and you might drop back just because you're not sure. The biggest difference comes in being assertive and using your voice, because that's what center backs do, right? And she's still learning the position, so she's not going to be one that's going to be calling people back, dictating things like an Abby Dahlkemper and Emily Megas does, right? So that's what we're asking her to grow in that way too, and when she does, that'll also help her a lot and everyone in front of her.
All right, we're going to close out with Brian.
So, seeing the way the team played today, and I still say this is the best defensive effort I've seen at this.
I love it.
If you get this kind of performance the rest of the other 7 games you got, are you in that top 8? Are you playing for it?
Yes, I keep saying that, and they know it. Yes. Look at all of our games except this game. Since actually, the last time we lost, the last time we lost more than a goal difference was against Kansas City. Every other game has been a tie or a 1 goal difference, and it's just fine line. We're so close, and they feel it and they believe it. And just the conversation after the game with Tess, she's like, "It's incredible." I mean, like, we're in there. This obviously was the first time we've lost by more than a goal since what, May?
Since May.
Yeah, in May, and so yes, I believe I'm going to believe all the way until the end.
Because this seems like one of those performances that you're looking at and you're going, if I got this every game against maybe every other team in the league, that we're on the front foot for 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, we have to build on that and we have to feel that way. But let's go back to Orlando. We'll play Orlando when they had their full squad, champions from last year. We played them in the second half. They didn't get out of their second half. Out of their half. We were attacking, creating opportunities. Nothing could go in. Banda scores a goal. We lose 1-0. We go to Gotham, and we're dominating that game. I mean, our XGs, our goals for, our shots on goal, corner kicks, clearly. But it's just that, right? And a couple little things here and there. So, all we can do is make sure that we understand where the goals are coming from, keep working on it, and believing. And if you lose a belief, then you're done. And this group hasn't. And that's why. So, yes, we're going to use this performance to propel us forward. It's like, okay, this is a good performance against the best team. Let's go do it. That's the message.
All right, thanks, everybody.